And welcome, this is Mary Ellen McGonagle with MEM Investment Research. You're watching Your Daily 5. Bit of background for those not familiar, I do have quite a bit of experience both on and working with Wall Street. For 15 years, I was vice president at William O'Neill & Company, and I do mention this because during that period, I traveled the globe working with top portfolio managers and analysts, teaching them that O'Neill methodology. And for those not familiar, it is all about getting in front of big winning stocks. We're talking about over 100 to over 1,000% returns over a 1-year period. Getting in front of these names just as they're poised to take off. More recently, I have founded my own investment research firm where I have a bi-weekly MEM Edge report, top performing with stock selections, but also lots in the way of insights into the broader markets, as well as sectors and industry groups as well. So let's get started. I'm going to be talking about today base breakouts, and oftentimes the base that a stock is breaking out of will often be the beginning of an extensive uptrend. This is proven from studies that Bill O'Neill did participate in over many, many years, identifying those common characteristics of these big winners right before they took off. And a base breakout was one of the more significant commonalities. So today I'm going to talk to you about that, as well as what characteristics can give you the confidence that that stock is going to continue higher. One item, of course, is you do want to make sure that you're in a strong industry group. Industry group affiliation accounts for almost 50% of a stock's move. Other key metrics that are going to help you identify a specific buy point, that's also going to be covered here today. So considerations for you when you are looking for these successful base breakouts is how you can use simple moving averages. These averages can act as support as the stock continues to advance. Also, when a stock breaks out of this base that I'm going to be reviewing with you, high volume at that breakout point will give you confidence that the stock will trade higher. Also, base breakouts that are following positive news, such as earnings or the release of a new product, will have the best outcome. And we talked about this, how important it is that you are in the proper industry group or that stock that you are considering, because of that affiliation having such an impact on the price of the stock and the movement of that stock. So here's an example of a stock from my MEM Edge report. This is FarFetch, FTCH, and I just marked it up to highlight the fact that this base breakout, this is when I added it to my MEM Edge report back here last October. The stock did emerge from a 2-week base breakout on, at that time, relatively high volume. The stock had about a week period of not really going anywhere, but we did have a secondary confirmation of that base breakout. And at this point, this is a 3-month base breakout. Take a look at that huge volume. And then those outside indicators that I mentioned to you. This is an RSI, relative strength indicator, trending upward and in positive territory. Likewise with that MACD, that's another momentum indicator, moving average, convergence, divergence. We had that nice crossover here, but more importantly, it was up here in positive territory above that zero. As the stock continues to advance out of that base, take a look, you're continuing to get high volume characteristics that point to further upside. Institutions want in. This was news related. This particular longer term base breakout had to do with a huge cash infusion for this purveyor or platform provider for luxury goods sales. Since adding the stock, it has gone up 131%. It is still part of the MEM Edge report. During this consolidation phase, we advise that subscribers simply hold on to the stock, and more recently we are experiencing another base breakout ahead of the release of their earnings next week. Let's take a look. I did want to share with you another concept when spotting these base breakouts and looking for winners. Oftentimes these stocks will have multiple base breakouts on their way to triple-digit plus returns. This is Boston Beer. SAM is the ticker symbol. I'm taking you back to 2020, coming out of that bear market in March. Your initial base breakout. Take a look at the volume characteristics. RSI, MACD are both positive. These stocks will not go straight up. They will need a period of a resting period, if you will, consolidation. And here we have a secondary base breakout, nice volume characteristics, and your outside momentum indicators are also positive. This chart is current. You can see that very recently we had an additional base breakout on earnings. RSI, MACD are both positive. Let's look at other examples of stocks that either have just broken out or are poised to break out. First up, we have Marriott Vacations Worldwide. VAC is the ticker symbol. I will tell you they are due to report their earnings on Wednesday. Generally, I do not buy stocks directly before earnings, but for sure, put this on your radar screen. We can see that the stock is poised to break out of this lengthy 14-week base. And the company did come out with very positive news in January as far as their timeshare sales. They increased 25% over the third quarter, their fourth quarter timeshare sales. So that's very bullish going into their earnings. So we are going to want to see a confirmed base breakout on volume to consider this stock as being able to continue in its uptrend. Below here, I do have some industry group information. VAC is part of the hotels index, and you can see the hotel index has been in an uptrend here of late. It's all about that recovery play. VAC relative to its peers, that hotel industry group, is trending upward. And then relative to the S&P 500, VAC has very clearly outperformed. You want to see that outperformance as a signal that it could, in fact, continue to outperform. And then just taking a look at that hotel index relative to the S&P, it has been outperforming and is in an uptrend. Let's take a look at another stock. This also is in the hotel industry group, HLT. And this stock did, in fact, break out of a 14-week base. They did report their earnings last week. While the numbers were not particularly healthy, management was very bullish about this year as far as occupancy rates and a great improvement in revenues. The stock has broken out, nice volume characteristics. And then this particular stock is also part of that same group. But what I did want to point out to you is the fact that Hilton, again, versus the S&P 500 has really nicely outperformed. So I'm looking for a continuation of that outperformance. Another stock in a different grouping, but the same area, the same theme as far as the vaccine rollout, increasing mobility, and then hence these leisure and travel related stocks. This next up here is MGM. The stock has broken out of a nice 2-week flat base. We do have that PPO up here in positive territory, trending upward. The RSI is also in positive territory, trending upward as well. And this particular stock, MGM, is a part of the gambling index, the Dow Jones Gambling Index, which we can see here has been in a nice uptrend. You want that wind behind your sails, so to speak. And then MGM relative to the gambling index has generally outperformed, so you want to be in a winning stock in that winning group. And then again, MGM relative to the S&P, nice outperformance here as these leisure-related stocks outperform. Next example here is a stock that has broken out of a nice 10-week base on volume. We're looking at Carnival Cruise Line, and we can see that the stock is breaking out of a very lengthy base, and it is doing so on volume. Cruise lines, of course, are going to be all about people getting back out, mingling, and traveling. And also, the company did come out with news last week that helped push this stock out of the space on big volume, and that is the fact that they, in March, on the 27th, they're going to begin their mini cruises in Europe, in Italy and specifically. And then May 1st, they will begin Mediterranean 7-day and longer cruises. So that was met with buyers coming into this stock, pushing it out of that base. We can see that the stock, the group actually that CCL is a part of, is in a confirmed uptrend, with CCL being a nice outperformer within that group. Let's take a look. Next up here is a stock that's in the hotel space, but it is actually a REIT stock, real estate investment trust, that has a portfolio of hotels. And we can see that the stock had this nice base breakout this week out of a 1-month base. I will tell you that they are due to report their earnings or their quarterly results on Thursday, but this stock definitely bears putting on your watch list. We can see this PPO is positive. Let's take a look down here. The RSI is in positive territory as well, but what we can see is that among the REIT stocks that this is a part of, this stock has been a nice outperformer. So you're potentially in a winning stock within a group that has been improving. For those of you not familiar, I urge you to take a trial of my MEM Edge report for 30 days, only $7. And with that report, you get a lot of information, not only about the markets, but individual stock picks, complete with entry and exit points. You can go to meminvestmentresearch.com. The promo offer is already built in, and you will get access not only to my most recent report from this Sunday, but also access to prior reports, as well as a sentiment tracker for throughout the week. Everyone have a great week, and until next time, thank you for watching the Daily 5.
Hey guys, Dave Keller here with StockCharts.com. Thanks so much for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, and we hope you did, hit the like button right below. Also, we have so much new content every day. Consider subscribing to the channel. Just hit the subscribe button in the video or right below. Thanks for watching. Stay safe. Have a fantastic day.